Came Furlandy on the outside of Motor Hard and Fast from Inspector Gadget, and Casino Boys dropped to the rail last of all. The first quarter in 30.7 as the siren sounds, and Pixafilla is striding freely in the lead by 6 metres to Vintage Oak. Amita Barunga Robust, who's had a torrid run, and Selena's Lad is next on the inside. It's enjoyed a good trail. Then came Call the Shots on the outside, followed by Valentine Day from Bravery. Then Motor Hard and Fast from Furlandy, 3 wide Inspector Gadget, and Casino Boys going well enough, but he's 15 to 20 metres off the lead. 600 to go. Pixafilla 5 metres. Vintage Oak, who's had a lovely run. Barunga Robust is under pressure. Selena's Lad needs luck on the inside, but will shortly get out as Barunga Robust gives ground. Then Call the Shots taking off 3 wide and making ground from Valentine Day, Bravery, and then Furlandy. 4.50 to go. Pixafilla 5 metres in front. Second is Vintage Oak, now going for a gallop. Call the Shots tangled up with Barunga Robust. Selena's Lad into the clear, but Pixafilla dash clear. Pixafilla 10 metres in front of Vintage Oak. 3 metres Selena's Lad, who's making ground. Then came Valentine Day, but on the turn, and Pixafilla is shaking his tail at Lance just as I'm doing my best, he's saying. It will be good enough, I'd say. He's 8 metres in front. Selena's Lad going down to second, and down the outside Valentine Day, and Motor Hard and Fast flying on the rail, but Pixafilla wins by 6 metres. Selena's Lad 6 metres away. Third was Valentine Day. Now Motor Hard and Fast has run a very good race, and it has come home well for fourth from Vintage Oak. Then came Call the Shots, followed by Bravery, then Casino Boy, who never really got into it, from Furlandy. Well back Inspector Gadget, and Barunga Robust had a very hard run. Race 6, Pixafilla.
Trees, and 5 to 1 for number 5, which is Natalie's Pride. Moved up quickly, and they're all set to go for the last. Ready for a start, race 10. Bunny up to the boxes. And racing. Walking out was Always Late, and winning the start was Sally's Junior, and it gets across and they jam behind with Another Thrill going very deep, and this presents Another Late to second. It's challenging Sally Junior for the lead. 3 further back to Grenadier, followed the fence by Rabbit Angel from Kiaka Rocket. Second last Natalie's Pride, and last of all Regal Trees to the back, and Grenadier rolls up along the fence, takes the lead from Always Late and Sally's Junior, and has given them the go by. Another Thriller's fourth, followed by Rabbit Angel, Natalie's Pride from Regal Trees and Kiaka Rocket, but around the home turn goes Grenadier. It straightens up 10 lengths in front of Always Late second. A big win there to Grenadier, streaking clear to win by 12. Grenadier first, second was Sally Junior, third Always Late or Rapid Angel, followed by Regal Trees, Natalie's Pride from Another Thrill, and last of all was Kiaka Rocket. On the final event, 381, number 3 Grenadier first, a red fawn dog.
He's now hitting his straps. Vanzagenti leads quite comfortably from Rhetoric. Kate's Comet was slowly away. Which Melody is last. Settling down third early as Victory's Fill. Admiral Holiday goes forward off the track, followed by Empire Fella. Our Brenray 6 metres away, 8 metres to Kate's Comet, and some 10 metres away Which Melody. Out of the straight they race at the 2400. Already 40 metres had covered the field, and the leader is Vanzagent by 8 metres to Rhetoric. 6 metres away, third is Admiral Holiday without cover. Fourth and a head away, Victory's Fill the rail. Empire Fella has the cover, fifth, followed by our Brenray. 5 metres to Kate's Comet, and Which Melody 8 metres away, 2,000 metres out, and the leader is Vanzagent, about 6 or 8 metres to Rhetoric. Third placing Admiral Holiday on the outside, followed by Victory's Fill. 2 metres to Empire Fella, 5 metres to our Brenray. Kate's Comet is second last, and Which Melody still back at the tail, some 5 metres away. Still 30 metres had covered the field, approaching the turn towards the 1850, and the leader is Vanzagent by 5 metres. Rhetoric with a nice drop behind the leader. Admiral Holiday third without cover, working a neck away, fourth on the rail, Victory's Fill. Then Empire Fella, 3 back on the outside is our Brenray. Kate's Comet 4 metres away, and last still and 1 off the fence is Which Melody. Out of the straight they race at the lap and 3/4, and Vanzagent, he's on top by 5 metres to Rhetoric. Third, 4 metres away on the outside is Admiral Holiday without cover. Fourth on the rail is Victory's Fill. Empire Fella's having a nice run, followed by our Brenray. Second last is Kate's Comet, and from last now Which Melody pulls to the outside. Towards the lap and a half they race, and from the outset Vanzagent has been in front, and he has been running along by 5 metres. On the outside Admiral Holiday draws up now to be a clear second. Third placing Rhetoric, followed by Empire Fella. Which Melody is off the track, followed by Victory's Fill. Then Our Brenray second last and 8 metres away. Kate's Comet approaching the turn towards the 1,000 metres they race. And Vanzagent, he's still 3.5 metres clear of on the outside Admiral Holiday. Off the track as Witch Melody. On the leaders back as Rhetoric, followed by Empire Fella. Victory's Phil back on the rails. Second last is Kate's Comet. And Our Brenray one off the fences last. They're packing up for the first time on the race at the 850 by the winning post. Vanzagent, he's still in front by 2 metres. Admiral Holiday has worked pretty hard from the outset. Witch Melody has tapped up out 3 wide. Rhetoric's at a nice drop behind the leader, followed by Empire Fella in the centre. Kate's Comet now pulls out on the back of Witch Melody, third last, followed by Victory's Phil. And Our Brenray one off the fences last. Along the back in the final lap at the 500, still Vanzagent in front by 2 metres to Admiral Holiday. 2 metres away, Rhetoric needing a run. Witch Melody being hard driven out 3 wide. He lost ground at that point. Empire Fella's in the centre. Then Our Brenray about to see daylight, followed by Victory's Phil. And Kate's Comet back at the tail on the home turn of the 250. Witch Melody not going well. It's Vanzagent still 2 metres in front and giving plenty of cheek. Admiral Holiday tries hard. So too Empire Fella with Rhetoric, but Vanzagent, he comes to the 120. Oh, he's run them ragged, Vanzagent. Admiral Holiday running a bold race, then Rhetoric, but Vanzagent, brilliantly driven by Gator Pulicino, wins and wins easily. Vanzagent by 6 metres. Admiral Holiday second, Rhetoric third, close up Empire Fella. Then Our Brenray, Victory's Phil, Kate's Comet, and Witch Melody was last in. Vanzagent at Maitland.
Big Gold began well from Unique the Rail. They were followed then by Mont Royal. Langigo getting prominently placed in advance of Gwen Star Hanover. Going through along the rail was Handendo. Out wide Colonial Squire, and the last pair were Fancy a Bit and Portionaire. Casting the home turn astern the first time and commencing the run to the judge with 2 to go. And Osborne has Summersby Gold, the leader over Mont Royal. They were followed then by Turn Back the Timeline. Unique was next in the event in advance of one coming up along the rail at this stage would be Wetty Beard Portionaire it was. In behind them Handendo. Gwen Star Hanover second last, Colonial Squire, and Langigo was last of all. Down past the 600 and no change in the order. Summersby Gold by 3 on Mont Royal, 4 or 5 away to Unique. They were being followed along then by one scooting up along the inside was Wenty Bid on its outside. Turn Back the Time. In behind those Handendo, Portionaire gaining ground, being followed along by Colonial Squire, and still Langigo was last of all. They leave the back and move to the turn, a lap and a quarter left before them. And Osborne has Summersby Gold pacing nicely in front, a little more than the length to Mont Royal. Next was Unique. They were being followed then by one improving up around the outside was Turn Back the Time in advance of Fancy a Bid. And on the outside of it was Handendo. Portionaire was next in the event. Back near the tail now would be one in the event there was Langigo, and bringing up the rear was Gwen Star Hanover. At the bell, 1 circuit of the course to travel, and Summersby Gold putting them down nicely. In front was Clear of Mont Royal. In third berth, Unique. Turn Back the Time gaining ground around the outside of Wenty Bid. Handendo was next from Portionaire. Colonial Squire, Langigo, and last of all was Gwen Star Hanover. Down the back, 500 out, and Summersby Gold taken on by Mont Royal. Turn Back the Time was next in the event. Portionaire unwinding a big run right up around the outside. They were followed then by Unique, Wenty Bid, Colonial Squire, Langigo, and Gwen Star Hanover tailed off, making the run to the corner. A little more than 300 to go, and Hubbard's taken Handendo to the front. It's kicked clear about 3 to the good of Mont Royal. Portionaire finishing on around the outside of them, but in the straight, Handendo is nicely clear. Nothing's going to catch it. Handendo's drawing right away. Portionaire running on well, but Handendo is too good. Mont Royal will last for get second. Third was Turn Back the Time from Portionaire. Unique. Summersby Gold next to go down. Langigo. Wenty Bid from Colonial Squire, and Gwen Star Hanover last in.
Thank you, Ned. 7 and a photo, Maitland, race number 9. Now here's Wentworth Park, race 9 with Peter Johnson.
Set to go, TP Princess box 2, just the fave over the pink. Racing Flower Top Girl Mr. TP Princess zoomed out of box 2 and straight to the lead. Folly Park goes to second, and third on the inside, Curry Hill Brute. A round out wide was Flower Top Girl, followed by Kit, and then came a length back in the field as Striping. Next to last, Amerigo Free, and Warosy Streets is last. The leader, TP Princess, is out by 4 lengths to Folly Park. The outside, Flower Top Girl, Curry Hill Brute, and then Kit behind them, but it's nicely clear, TP Princess, and TP Princess goes on to win well. Second, Flower Top Girl, just in advance of Folly Park, and then 2 or 3 to Kit. Further back in the field behind those were Amerigo Fee, Curry Hill Brute, Striping, and Warosy Streets was last.
Okay, Pete, 289 Wentworth Park race 9 was the
gate on the second line. Lights on, racing, Bavarian Band, and You Next came out of the machine very quickly. Double Hundo began well, so did Bavarian Skipper from Hoity Toll and Night Owl. Then Radio Waves and Charkaland, followed by Spangled Chance and Syracuse. Shantucky is second, last, and Matrix Magic dropped back to the tail of the field. Bavarian Band crossed and led at the end of 300 metres. Double Hundo's second, You Next on the rail behind the leader. Bavarian Skipper found the running lane behind Double Hondo, but might find itself in the breeze. Double Hondo's got room to find the rail. Syracuse slides up on the fence inside of Hoity Toll, and here's an Indian. Spangled Chance is out and rushing down the back straight. Bavarian Skipper's going with him, looking for his back and get it. And Spangled Chance runs up to the death as Bavarian Band shows the way. At the 1,400 metres mark, Bavarian Band, a length and a half, Spangled Chance now in the death. You Next, 3/4 of a length away, third, Bavarian Skipper, fourth in the running lane. 1 to Double Hondo, Hoity Toll, 1 out and 2 back, and then Night Owl on the outside of Syracuse. 1 to Radio Waves from Matrix Magic, Charkaland, and a length and a half to Shantucky as they work down the stretch. First 500, 35.3. First quarter of the mile, 31.3. And it's Bavarian Band in front of the judge, a round out. Bavarian Band by 1 to Spangled Chance, and a length away is You Next behind the leader. Bavarian Skipper 4 sitting on the back of Spangled Chance, and Hoity Toll sweating on the back of Bavarian Skipper. Double Hondo corralled on the rail. Night Owl 4 back in the running lane. Syracuse awkwardly placed on the fence. Then Matrix Magic inside of Radio Waves. Charkaland second last, and Shantucky's 2 away at the rear. 30.9 second quarter. Bavarian Band by a neck to Spangled Chance, sneaking up a little closer. You Next on the fence, needing an out. Bavarian Skipper's had the run of the race, and everywhere Bavarian Skipper goes, Hoity Toll's hot on his hammer. Then Double Hondo from Night Owl, Syracuse, Radio Waves, Matrix Magic, Charkaland, and Shantucky. Bavarian Band a half clear at the 350. Spangled Chance lays down the gauntlet in earnest. You Next needs an out from Bavarian Skipper, and Hoity Toll's peeled and rushing. Bavarian Band in front at the 200 metres. Spangled Chance a neck away. Bavarian Skipper 3 deep. Hoity Toll 4 wide. Bavarian Band led for home. Spangled Chance under the bat, then Bavarian Skipper, but Bavarian Band's kicked. Bavarian Band's got something in the locker. Bavarian Skipper's late, but he's too late, and Bavarian Band beat Bavarian Skipper. Then Spangled Chance, Hoity Toll, Night Owl, You Next, Matrix Magic, Syracuse, Charkaland, Radio Waves, and Double Hondo. I've missed one somewhere. Where's Shantucky got to?
I hope it's there, Taz. But it's a Bavarian Quinella, we know that, and 4-7-12 in the Burnford Silver Stakes. Now let's have a look at Globe Derby with Ruffy.
Set to go, they're off. Squeaky Clean began fast, so too did Kazania and Gunong Gold. Trying to go with them, Springton Flyer has the speed to keep Squeaky Clean 4 wide, but the first turn comes up and Squeaky Clean is anxious to get around the outside of Kazania. Gunong Gold holds the lead though. Back on the inside, Sylvie's Sister running 5th as Squeaky Clean puts pressure on Gunong Gold, who doesn't want the lead, and Squeaky Clean goes to the front. He's done a little bit of work to get there, but Springton Flyers now without cover. 1-1 Zygo Rhythm and 1-2 Linwood Lee. Then Fool's Gold back on the inside, followed by Cadell. Then Lawrence Apollo second last on the rail, and Bakila is last. Down the straight they come, and from his wide draw of 5, Squeaky Clean's done a bit of work to get to the front, but he leads 3 metres now to Springton Flyer. 2 metres Gunong Gold locked away on the inside, and 1-1 Zygo Rhythm. The third horse that's racing along the rails is Kazania, covered by Linwood Lee. The lead time, 46.9. which is pretty swift. The fourth horse on the rails is Sylvie's Sister from Cadell. Fool's Gold takes off 3 wide as the pace does drop a bit. Second last, Lawrence Apollo, and last, Bakila. Squeaky Clean leads by a metre to Springton Flyer. We put a bit of pressure on Squeaky Clean there, so the pace is pretty steady. As a result, Goon on Gold's tapped up with a whip, and Fool's Gold struggling to make ground 3 wide. He's getting up there now. He goes around Zygo Rhythm, then came Kazania on the inside, followed on the outside by Linwood Lee, well back Sylvie's Sister Cadell, Lawrence Apollo, and last is Bakila. On the home turn, they've got 1,050 metres left to pace, and it's Squeaky Clean. By a metre to Springton Flyer, who will not give away the death seat, so Fool's Gold is trapped on a limb 3 wide. Goon on Gold behind the leader, and Zygo Rhythm's had a good run. 31.2 the first quarter. 1 out, 2 back. Linwood Lee tapped up around Kazania, and Cadell goes out 3 deep to get onto the back of Fool's Gold, who's had a very tough run. He's been 3 wide almost for a lap now. Then came Bakila coming out 3 deep, followed by Lawrence Apollo, who's sneaking up in the middle between horses. Sylvie's Sister the rail. 700 metres to go. The second quarter was covered in 30.8, and the leader is Squeaky Clean by a metre. Second is Springton Flyer. 4 metres away, Goon on Gold from Zygo Rhythm on the outside. In the clear as Fool's Gold drops out, but forced to come 4 wide. Cadell, but struggling. Linwood Lee the centre. Then Lawrence Apollo, who's travelling very well, but he's a long way off the lead. And then Bakila, 400 metres to go. In front, Squeaky Clean, a metre to Springton Flyer, who can't really do any better. And UNR, Squeaky Clean for more. He's a metre and a half in front. Second, Springton Flyer. Then came Goon on Gold, followed by Linwood Lee and Zygo Rhythm, but 200 metres to go. It's Squeaky Clean, 3 metres in front. Goon on Gold driving up onto his back, and then came on the outside Springton Flyer. Squeaky Clean still in front of Springton Flyer and Goon on Gold. Squeaky Clean is clear of Springton Flyer, and it's the Squeak. Squeaky Clean is back in action at Globe Derby, and he wins by 3 metres to Springton Flyer. Ahead away third, Linwood Lee's made late ground, and Goon on Gold basically didn't have a lot of racing room in the home straight. Then Zygo Rhythm, every chance from Sylvie's Sister, followed by Lawrence Apollo. Fool's Gold managed to beat home Bakila and Cadell. Squeaky Clean.
Even money now for the Pink Equability. Last to Wentworth Park Racing. Equability dwelt, best out Kylie's War, and Big Bad Sonia on the outside. Through the middle, Trisha Glee at the first corner. Equability zooming around the field and getting through on the inside. Farm Mistress, Major Mo and Top Egyptian. In trouble there was Kylie's War, and last of all Fairy Fox down the back, and being able to cross over and lead the field round the home corner was Big Bad Sonia. Going into second position, Trisha Glee, followed by Farm Mistress and Equability and Major Mo, but around the corner Big Bad Sonia led Trisha Glee, and Big Bad Sonia wins the last. Trisha Glee second, Farm Mistress third, Equability and then Major Mo. A break in the field to Kylie's War, Top Egyptian, and Fairy Fox was last. In the last event,
light comes up, and it's a false start. A false start to the first take of race number 7, with possibly Shayla Bay causing the false start. But the red light has been semaphored, and it is a false start to the first take of race number 7, the second last at Geelong. Set again. Green lights on, set, racing. Dory Scotch towards the centre. She's showing early speed. She's trying to head off Prosperity early in the race. I'm a knockout in behind them. Adios Nugget off the second row is away quickly. Racing 4 deep as Muckley's Law. For a stride there, Black Chief was out 5 wide as Dory Scotch works to an early lead. Now heads off Prosperity. Shayla Bay settles down about 5th. Then Muckley Princess on the rail. 2 metres away on the outside, Sir Brigand. Second last is Scottish Prince. And 1 off the fence, True Spark is last. Along the back in the first circuit, the leader is Dory Scotch by almost 3 metres. 2 on the outside, I'm a knockout. Travelling out 3 wide as Muckley's Law. On the fence is Prosperity. Adios Nugget gets to 5th. Then Shayla Bay on the outside of Muckley Princess. Scottish Prince on the fence. 2 metres away is Brigand. Second last is True Spark, and dropping out to the tail after racing deep early is Black Chief. It's Dory Scotch in front, approaching the lap and a quarter towards 1,000 metres by 2.5 metres. Finally, Muckley's Law works up into second placing, so I'm a knockout has the cover. Then Prosperity on the rail, 4 metres away Muckley Princess, 2 metres to Adios Nugget. Then Shayla Bay. On the fence is Scottish Prince, 2 metres away Brigand. He's third last on the outside of True Spark, and Black Chief is 8 metres away. Out of the straight they race inside the 800. Every chance for the leader Dory Scotch. She's over 4 metres in front of Prosperity on the inside. Muckley's Law is under pressure. Up on the outside is I'm a knockout, followed by Muckley Muckalee Princess. 3 metres to Adios Nugget. Scottish Prince is held up. Zerbriggen from the rear now pulls out deep, followed by Shayla Bay. Second last is True Spark, and last on the outside is Black Chief. Towards the 450 they race down the back. It's still Dory Scotch over 3 metres in front of on the outside. Muckalee's Law under pressure. I'm a Knockout pulls to the outside, 3 wide. Prosperity the rail. Adios Nugget now sees daylight, followed by Muckalee Princess. Pull to the outside now is Zerbriggen, then Scottish Prince, Shayla Bay, True Spark and Black Chief. On the home turn of the 220, Dory Scotch only leads by a metre. I'm a Knockout is trying to pick it up. Adios Nugget running home fairly well, followed by Prosperity. At the 120 though, Dory Scotch 1.5 metres in front. Adios Nugget and I'm a Knockout are trying very hard, but she's pulling out plenty, Dory Scotch. And Dory Scotch gets there. Dory Scotch wins 1.5 metres to I'm a Knockout. Adios Nugget third. Zerbriggen ran home well. Prosperity close up. Then Muckalee Princess. In behind them, Shayla Bay, True Spark, Scottish Prince, Black Chief, and last in was Muckalee's Law.
Okay, Dory Scotch, J.W. Nissen, and the fancy there, number 5 from 6 and 13. Now to Maitland in New South Wales.
Number 5, Dory Scotch, driven by John Nissen first. Able to lead, and she's won quite nicely. We stand by for the minor placings to race number 7.
And has got straight into the 1 out and 1 back on the fence into form, followed by Tommy Cycle out wide in the event, easing at this stage. Back through the field there was Flaming Fury. Getting along the fence was Free to Dream, and last of all in the centre, Keep Clear. After 300 metres, Neil Thompson's got G'day G'day, the leader by 2 metres to the Goodabrooke Stranger. Third on the fence, Tora. 1 out and 1 back was Northeast as they come to the winning post. About 2.5 lengths back to win form, being followed by Tommy Cycle. Getting along the fence, Free to Dream. 1.5 lengths, Keep Clear second last, and 1 length to Flaming Fury last. They run to the back towards the lap and 3/4. G'day G'day the leader by 3 metres to the Goodabrooke Stranger. A half back Tura, a half back on the outside Northeast. It began well from the second line. On the fence there was Tommy Cycle in advance of I should say Free to Dream, in advance of Inform on the outside. Third last, Keep Clear in advance of Tommy Cycle, and 1.5 lengths to Flaming Fury, who brought up the rear. 11.50 to travel as they leave the back, and G'day G'day the leader by 3 metres to the Goodabrooke Stranger. Half back on the inside races Tura. 1 out and 1 back as the favourite Northeast. 5th back on the inside Free to Dream, followed by Inform. 6th on the outside. 7th back on the inside races Keep Clear in advance of Tommy Cycle, and Flaming Fury was last as they swing into the straight to get the bell. They've got 9 to 800 left to travel as they come down the straight, and G'day G'day by 3 metres Brook Stranger. Third on the fence was Tura, followed by Northeast, who's driven beautifully by Dick Osmond. 5th back on the inside, Free to Dream, followed by Inform. Third last there, and will need luck at this stage, was Keep Clear. Second last on the outside, Tommy Cycle, and 1.25 lengths to Flaming Fury, who brought up the rear. They stride to the back towards the 600. G'day G'day, 2 metres Brook Stranger. Here's Northeast setting up light by Dick Osmond, spreading up to him. Free to back on the inside there was Tura. Off the track there, Free to Dream with Inform, and getting along the fence was Keep Clear. 400 to travel off the back. Northeast moved up to Pokey's Bib in front of G'day G'day. In third place, Brook Stranger, then Tura. The next one there was Keep Clear as they come up to the corner, Flaming Fury, and the widest runner as they straighten up was Free to Dream. On the bend, G'day G'day fights on. Northeast tackling it on the outside. In third place was Tura, but halfway down the straight, G'day G'day fighting on. Northeast on the outside, grabbing it. Northeast and G'day G'day, G'day G'day with the head in front, and G'day G'day has beaten Northeast. A good effort. G'day G'day from Northeast. Third in was Keep Clear, followed by Tura, Brook Stranger. Flaming Fury in from beat 2 home, they being Tommy Cycle, and last in Free to Dream.
Thank you, Ned. At Maitland tonight, the State 1 pace to conclude the program, race 10, 3-9.
Just about ready to run. 21 is the trip. Victor Boy is the back marker. He was on the back pedal. The strands flew and Victor Boy galloped away. Victor Boy slow to move and Sammy Bye-Bye slow to move, and Poison Arrow, Waverley Prince and Electrifying came out very quickly, and they were 3 wide at the end of the first 100 metres. Waverley Prince has the fence. Poison Arrow on the outsides taking him on for the lead, and they've dashed away. They lead by 3 to Electrifying, 2.5 to Hopeless Jim, and a length away Viking's Memory. Memory. Then 2 to Hobby's Trust, another 2 lengths to LJB, who's 3 deep. Sammy Bye Bye goes up on the fence on the inside of What a Bird, and Victor Boy, the TAB favourite, has a huge job in front of him. He's 10 lengths away at the tail of the field. Poison Arrow's the leader. 40.1 the first section. Poison Arrow leads by 2. Waverley Prince second. Electrifying third in the Breeze. And Hopeless Jim 4 sliding a little closer along the rail. Vikings Memory 1 back in the running lane on the outside of Sammy Bye Bye. Then Hobby's Trust, followed by What a Bird. LJB is second. Last, and Victor Boy's been able to tack on at the tail of the field. McMullen must have slowed the speed. They're at the 1200, and Poison Arrow leads by 2 lengths to Waverley Prince. Here's a move. Hobby's Trust out 3 deep is rushing forward. 34.3 for the first quarter. That's why Victor Boy was able to tack on, and Hobby's Trust goes up to apply pressure to Poison Arrow. And as they race past the judges' box and the bell, Poison Arrow 3/4 in front of Hobby's Trust, now slicing the Breeze. Waverley Prince third behind the leader. Electrifying gets cover. 1 to Hopeless Jim on the inside of Vikings Memory. Then Sammy Bye Bye, followed by What a Bird. 2 lengths to LJB, and Victor Boy's a length and a half away at the tail. 30.8 second section of the mile. Poison Arrow leads by a length to Hobby's Trust. Waverley Prince still locked away. A length to Electrifying on the outside of Hopeless Jim. Then Vikings Memory, Sammy Bye Bye, followed by What a Bird, LJB and Victor Boy. Poison Arrow trying to make every post a winner, and at the 420 he's 3/4 in front of Hobby's Trust. Waverley Prince badly bailed up. Electrifying's peeled 3 deep. Vikings Memories 4 wide. Hopeless Jim shunts away from the inside, and then What a Bird. Hobby's Trust after Poison Arrow. Poison Arrow just in front at the top of the lane. Hobby's Trust pounces on him. Electrifying deeper out, and here's Vikings Memory right down the outside. Hobby's Trust just in front. Poison Arrow kicks again. Electrifying comes at them. Electrifying puts his nut in front. Electrifying's won. Electrifying's won the money. Vikings Memory second. Third toss of the coin. Hobby's Trust or Poison Arrow. Waverley Prince was climbing all over their backs, and Victor Boy made ground along the rail. Then Hopeless Jim, What a Bird, Sammy Bye Bye, and LJB was last of all. Well, the judge will need the camera here.
Hi, I'm Richard Lee, manager of the Lord Raglan Hotel at Alexandria. Next time you're in Sydney, pop in and say hello. We have 9 different varieties of beautiful cold beer. Wednesday nights we have a pool comp. Mondays and Tuesday nights between 7 and 8 is dollar drinks. We have nice friendly staff. We have Sky Channel for all you punters. So next time you're in Sydney, pop in and say hello to us and our friendly staff and enjoy a nice cold drink with us.
Hilton Donaldson, race 8, Globe Derby.
Racing Calcutta 3 away well, so too True Roman being sent forward looking for the lead. Wider out of Vander Rose, going a little bit roughly in the early part, but she's staying in her gate. Finance Man away well off the second row, as Calcutta 3 up front's going to ease and allow True Roman to work to the front. Finance Man away well tonight, gets to third, 10 metres away. Then came Evander Rose, followed by another report off the rails around Artius without any speed at all early. Evander Rose has dropped onto the rails. Then Willback, West Ham deep around Arctic Storm, and Rebel Time is last. Into the straight they come, just over 2 to go. And the former champion Victorian Square Gator True Roman shows the way by 4 metres. Second is Calcutta 3, and 4 metres away third is Finance Man. 5 metres to Evander Rose on the inside, and another report's going to lead the outside horses. Back on the inside, Artius, and 1 out, 1 back is Arctic Storm, but a long way off the lead. Rebel Time the inside, and last of all, on the outside is West Ham. True Roman trots boldly into the back straight at the 1500, shows the way 4 metres to Calcutta 3 and 4 metres to Finance Man, who has not put a foot wrong. 3 metres away, another report sliding up on the outside. It goes around to Vander Rose and 1-1 Arctic Storm. Then came Willback third last on the inside. Artius from West Ham, it's outside, and Rebel Time at the rear. Coming off the back, they've got 12.50 left to Square Gate in the last, and True Roman puts them out boldly. 4 metres to Calcutta 3, a metre away on the outside. Another report getting that little bit closer. Finance Man stayed on the rails. Then came Arctic Storm the outside, followed by Evander Rose, who's a long way back on the fence with Artius 1 out and 2 back. It's outside. Rather West Ham, then Artius on the inside, and Rebel Time last. The first quarter in 33.6, and True Roman's having a leisurely run in the last, leads 4 metres to Calcutta 3. Every chance to place from there. Then another report the outside. There's Rebel Time going quickly around Arctic Storm. Then Finance Man locked away on the inside, but with a moderate pace in front. That's not a bad place to be with True Roman setting the tempo. Evander Rose is back to second last as West Ham goes 3 wide in the back of Rebel Time, and Artius at the rear. The second quarter was covered in a time of 33 seconds flat. They've run 66.6 the first, and it will be a sprint home. And by golly, can this bloke sprint? True Roman 3 metres in front of another report. On the inside, Calcutta 3, wide out Rebel Time. Finance Man's come off the rail. Then came Evander Rose getting up on the inside, and wider out as Arctic Storm. But the 11-year-old got right away off the back. 2.50 to go. True Roman leads by 10 metres now to Calcutta 3. Then another report. Evander Rose going up on the inside. Rebel Time broke under pressure and very wide Finance Man, but True Roman around the turn leads by 8 metres. Calcutta 3, another report battling out the minors. Evander Rose making late ground with